How is it going, guys? Welcome to Road America. We made it here last night, got the car unloaded, got camp set up, and this morning is a foggy one. Visibility is really low, so I don't think we're gonna be going out anytime soon. It's been about a year since we were here last, and the car is completely different now. Last time we were here, the car was essentially stock with some lowering springs and all-season tires, and now we've got the front splitter, air dam, UCW wing on the back, new suspension, wheels and tires, brakes, and a couple power mods as well. So it should feel completely different. Our first session is probably gonna be super slow. We're gonna take it really easy because of how damp it is. But I am excited to get back out there, and it should be a pretty good weekend. Once all this goes away. Well, guys, it's about 10 o'clock. We were supposed to go hot at 8. Obviously, you don't hear any cars on track. We have still been waiting on this nasty fog to lift. I still think we have quite a bit of time before it does so. The visibility is very low right now, so it's definitely not good for track conditions. Just got the text that the track is going hot at 10:35 here in a little bit, so you can hear the cars already starting up. I'm excited to get out there. We're about 15 minutes until our first session. Things have cleared up nicely. Track should be dry by now. Let's go put down some laps. All right, here we are on our out lap. Need to get those tires and brakes up to temp. A little squirrely here on turn 3. Going through the kink. This is probably my favorite part of the track to drive through. It's absolutely gorgeous, especially during this time of year with all the leaves changing colors. You've got the walls on both sides, which also make it one of the most dangerous parts of the track. Down the painstakingly long front straight, especially in this car. It just seems like it takes an eternity to get through. Miata gives me the point by here on the back straight under the Sargento Bridge we go. Carry a lot of speed through this back section. Into a hard braking zone. Little hot on this corner out to the rumble strips. It's really rough out there. And then here we go into the kink at speed. Obviously I'm going to lift as this is the first session. And you can see with the walls coming in on you, it's a very intimidating corner. Not sure what this Mustang's doing in this corner here. Probably new to the track. Gives me the point by. I feel bad for him because he probably has to lift for a good 5 seconds to let me pass, and then he's just right back on my ass. First session is in the books. We only got about 2 hot laps in, but that's okay. It's a really long track. We're gonna just use that first session to get more comfortable. And then this next session, we're gonna get more confidence and start building up more speed. Last time we were here, we ran a 257 with a stock FRS and all-season tires. We were already able to beat that and shave off 4 seconds, so we have a 253 right now. But the goal for the weekend is to get into those 240s. So again, we're gonna continue to add more speed as we get confidence, and hopefully we shave off some more time. Into turn 1. Carrying a little bit more speed than we did in the last session, so that's good. Got that confidence up. Down the back straight we go, hard into the braking zone, down to 3rd gear. Kind of missed this apex here. Again, out on those rumble strips. really rough out there. Through the kink a little bit faster than last time. Maybe one day I'll be able to take that flat out. Into another hard brake zone, Canada corner. Little tire squeal there. Slow down to let Foster by. I think I was holding him up a bit in this session. Obviously, if you couldn't tell, this is a power track, so for those high horsepower cars, they just pull away on these super long straights. Foster giving me a little crop dust on the last turn onto the front straight. Gotta love it. I honestly think I stopped accelerating going up this hill. Here we are on my fastest lap. I did slow down on the front straight to let John by, so as you'll see in the timing and the delta, I lose about half a second here, but I think we do pretty well the rest of the lap. Going into turn 1, John does a really good job of carrying a lot more speed than I do through this corner and the next corner actually. I just didn't have the confidence to keep pushing. I could probably get on those curbs more aggressively. Same through here. I think I overslowed the car, which is super unfortunate because this is a really long straight, so I lose quite a bit of speed here. But I do end up catching him into the braking zone here. And gained a lot of time back coming up to the Corvette bridge. This is again where I could be a little bit more aggressive on those curbs, I think, and I should be flat out in this section, but I did lift a bit. So again, it comes back to that confidence. Through the carousel here, you can see John carries a lot more speed and is able to pull away from me here. And here we go through the kink, carrying a lot of speed, so pretty happy about that. We come up on this Civic that's in a really bad spot. He chose to be super slow on the racing line. Ideally, he'd be over to the right side, but we had to avoid him here. Up the hill we go. This again is another section that I should be flat out through. The left-hander has a lot of track because of a service road on the exit here that you can use. And then we go back over to the left and into the last corner. John kind of gives me a tow here, so I appreciate that. I try to get as close to him as I possibly can to squeeze out as much time as possible. And that's a lap around Road America. It has been one hell of a day, guys. Unfortunately, Foster's car caught on fire 2 sessions ago. Fortunately, everyone's okay. He's okay, Morgan's okay. The car, not so much. It wasn't like a huge fire that engulfed the car, but there was a small fire in the engine bay, and he is done for the weekend. So really shitty way to end the season and the weekend. But I know he'll come back even better. Maybe he'll do a K-swap or something like that. He dropped some oil on turn 14 in that session, and I ended up actually hitting that oil. Luckily, the debris flags were out, so I did slow down, so we didn't slide too far and we didn't hit anything. Just a little bit of a sketchy situation. And then we had a really close call in that same session with another S2000 where he spun out in either 5 or 6. And Foster had to slam on his brakes, and I was right behind him, so I had to slam on my brakes, and there was an Impreza behind me that spun out as well, so just a whole clusterfuck right there. And then in this last session, my goodness, they grouped together intermediate and advanced drivers for the last session of the day for HPD, and a few incidents happened. One, I was on a flyer. I've been trying to get into those 240s, and I was gonna hit that mark, so I was really pushing it. Got behind, I think this an S14, and so I was really in his mirrors and really wanting that point by, and I think it made him overdrive a little bit. I feel really bad. He lost the rear end in 6, and he was kind of trying to save it, going back and forth, fishtailing, and ended up in the grass, and I think he may have clipped the wall. I feel so bad. Find him here in a little bit, just to see if he's okay, and apologize. I know technically it's not my fault, but just want to go check on him. We did end up running a 250, so we've shaved off, I think, 7 seconds from the personal best, so I'm happy about that, and I'm excited for tomorrow. I really think we can get down to those 240s. The car definitely has it in it. It's just my confidence level, so we're going to continue to build that throughout the weekend. We're going to go watch the GLTC race for the end of today, and then we can just chill, relax. ASM is hosting a block party or a garage party down there, so providing dinner and beverages for tonight, and then maybe we'll go to that famous bar that all the racers go to in Elkhart. Almost forgot to mention, in that same session where the S14 went off, a Fiat passed us and then decided to lose it as well, so everyone seems to be wanting to put on a show for us. Well guys, start of day 2, we got a bit of rain last night, so the track is damp. I'm actually not going to go out the first session because I just don't think it's worth it with how worn my tires are. There was already somebody who went off and went into the wall and wrecked, so we're going to try to limit that as much as possible. I actually swapped the tires side to side because the shoulders on the driver's side were very worn, and the ones on the passenger side were looking a little bit better. So the rotation's going to be off, but it shouldn't matter as long as it dries up, which I'm hoping it does later this afternoon.
6 hours later.
We're supposed to go out at 3:30, of course. From like this morning until now, it has been completely dry and perfect weather, and just as we're about to go out, it started raining again. GLTC has just started their last race of the season, and there's already been some offs and big collisions in the kink
out here. But you know, even with that big lurid slide,
trouble! Car off in the kink. Is that DJ Alessandrini? He just scraped the wall. Oh no, more contact. There's a car hard in the wall in the kink, and they're going to back it down now.
I was really hoping to get back out there because I had that confidence to know I could get into those 240s, but with the tires rotated the opposite way and the rain coming down like this now, I'm just not going to risk going back out. It sucks because I've waited the whole day just to get out for another session, but better safe than sorry. We're going to call it quits. Don't want to end the season with a balled up car, so yeah, we're going to pack up, head home. We were able to run that 250 yesterday, so I'm still happy with that. 7 seconds shaved off of our personal best, so I can't complain about that. But yeah, we're gonna pack up, head home. Well, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Track should be dry, so track should be dry. Let's go put some laps down.